Hey folks, today I am going to show you guys my sketchbooks which have some PCG stuff in them. Don't worry, it is PCG related, and let's do this. Alright, so let me just see who's in the chat. I'll set up some background music. And hey folks, I see JPGS, Salman, Jabbar all here. How's it going, folks? So today I am going to show you guys my sketchbooks. Let me you know, actually I shouldn't do it that way. Let me look at the live chat on here, and I will use my phone as a camera so that you can actually see what I'm looking at. That would be smart. Sorry, I'm doing this super in a rush. I didn't get everything done on time. How's it going, Jabbar? So, everything is falling all over the place. The world is collapsing around me. How's it going, Anstarry? So what I'm going to be doing tonight, in case anyone didn't hear me in the beginning, is I'm just going to be showing off some of my old sketchbooks. Let's see if this works. JPG says, what software do you use to go live? OBS Studio. It's free. It's very handy. Lets you do a lot of cool stuff once you learn how to use it. Definitely recommend. So yeah, let's see. This is my sketchbook, as you can see. Is this the best angle for this? I don't know. I do not know. Let me get some more light on this. Okay, so let's begin. So this is from a long time ago. Yeah, this date on the back, it says 8/15/2004, and hey, check it out. Got a little nice little Zuvak going on over here, plus like some dragon on the back. This sketchbook was a gift, and you know, I thought, yeah, it is a very old sketchbook, about 17 years old, in fact, and I got it as a gift. I, you know, one day thought, hey, you know, I could draw a little bit while watching TV, and then it became a thing. I started drawing every single day. Someone before I was born. I know, that's crazy, right? Jabbar says you have 2 computer cams. Yes, that is true. I finally got like an actually good cam, and then there's also the built-in webcam. And plus there's this cam, which is my phone. So let us begin, shall we? The first page, and it is a crystal tree. Yeah, like, I don't know, this is just what I was drawing while I was watching TV. I like crystals, and like there's like, it's sort of forming into an energy ball, like, but it also is a sort of a natural tree, and it's growing by a river. Can you guys find Ginkus here? It's kind of hard. I'll move the camera a little bit closer. Hopefully that won't cut off too much of the picture. Let me see if it did. No, that looks okay. Yeah, you can sort of see Ginkus. Alright, I'll give you 3 seconds to find him. Alright, Salman says PCG art is in a way different than normal art. That is true. It does have that interesting quality to it, doesn't it? So, yeah, in case you guys didn't know, JPGS says I see him. Awesome, like GPGS, you hit him before, so you have the eye for it. Someone says he's that thing hanging off the tree like this. Good guess, but nope. He's in the tree branches. Well, that is sort of true. He is right over here. Let me zoom in a little bit. He is, this is him. He's just standing on this branch. Is that what you guys were pointing at? All right. So that is that picture. And picture number 2. So this is just like an alien guy. The premise of this was that it was sort of like an alien superhero, like someone says that's tiny. Yeah, totally. Ginkus is not going to be easy to see in a lot of these. Some of them he is, but definitely not always. JPGS says he looks like Spider Venom. Awesome. That was not intentional. I don't think I had seen... I still don't think I've seen Spider Venom. I know regular Venom, but not... and I've seen Spider-Man when he had the Venom costume on. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Anyway, so yeah, the premise of this was that this is like if aliens made their own superhero comics, this would be the cover of one of them. So it has like a title in an alien language and a subtitle. Here's the superhero, and he's like... There's like planet, like moons or something with like artificial stations built into them. And yeah, JPGS says I see Ginkus. Jabbar says he's on like an arrow. I mean, I don't see the arrow. But if somebody says like where he is, like quickly, I'll tell you. I'll give it 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And he is right here. See, Ginkus just standing on the title. Jabbar said top left. Very close, but top right. He is top right, but really good guess. Like, were you thinking like over here somewhere? Or like one of these titles? But either way, this is him. So let's move on. Now this... This is classic because this is like the time when I first started going to college. And you see all these people smoking. One of them is the fat guy, which is a classic PCG character. Others of them are not supposed to be characters. They're just supposed to be people. Because this is like the front of my college building. And at the time, there were always like just a ton of people smoking clustered right outside it. And I don't smoke, so I had to like hold my breath every time I went inside. And that was just like, it was super annoying. So like you had to walk super far to get out of their smoke cloud. So that was on my mind, so I just drew it at the time. And let's see, someone's a fat guy smoking. JPGS says, I may go live tomorrow. I use live or Streamlabs for iOS. Awesome. Very cool. I recommend it. It's good. Jabbar says the window on the left, and Jabbar is correct. Ginkus is right over there. You found him. So, yeah, let's go to the next one. Well, this one I had a lot of fun with. Yak says... Secondhand smoke, shaking my head. Yeah, I know. And listen, let me tell you something. Like, when I visited Japan in 2017-ish, there were a lot of things that I like that they do better than we do. But one of the things that I that was shocking to me was the smoke in the restaurants. Like, here in America, that's illegal now, I'm pretty sure. At least it is in New Jersey where I am. And like... After that, like, I mean, when I was a kid, you could smoke in restaurants, but now, never, ever. So in Japan, when I went there and everyone was smoking in restaurants all the time, oh God, like, eating was horrible. It was just horrible. I just never wanted to go out to eat. Jabbar says, do I get a cookie? Yes, you do get a cookie, Jabbar. Salman says, cigarettes in 2004 were probably fat like trees. I mean, it's not that long ago, you guys. JPGS says, should I do a playthrough of a paper Pokemon or my PCG Windows 2020 PC? I don't know what your PCG Windows 2020 PC is, but I'm curious. So I'll say that one, the PCG Windows 2020 thing. Anyway, so here is our picture. This one is sort of based on the idea of alien abductions. You know, like, here is like an alien spaceship like flying off, having caused all this havoc. Here's like a mutilated cow that's just been destroyed, and like a mutilated like half human whatever. Up here is the moon, and down here is Jabbar says he's on the planet. That is technically incorrect because this is a moon, but I'm going to count that because you knew what you were talking about. Once again, Jabbar is on top of it, finding Ginkus. Here he is, in case you can't see him, standing right on top of the moon, right up here. And by the way, this picture would start a tradition for me, which is that see here, like this area is supposed to be like underground. I was trying to depict that, and like over here you got like an alien buried underground because there have been so many aliens visiting this area over the years. And over here there's like a 3-headed alien because why not? I mean, aliens aren't like, I'm not like a UFO especially kind of person, but like it's just whatever is on my mind, whatever captures my imagination, whatever I happen to be, watching on TV. Angry KP says, is it on the PCG shop? Was what? Ansari says, do those aliens stick fingers into noses? I think it's safe to say they do. I think it's safe to say they do, Ansari. Jabbar says, let's go, another cookie. You're just earning all the cookies tonight. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see who can find Ginkus. So this one is sort of like, we got like, this is a fleet of alien starships, and they are shooting at asteroids. Here's some asteroids coming towards them, and these starships are shooting at the asteroids. Down below we've got a planet which they are defending from the asteroids, and here's like a moon or a nearby planet. Ansari says, on the fragment meteor thing, I'm gonna say that near the middle of the page though. Like, you mean like here? Because if that's what you mean, that is correct. I think Ansari might win the cookie this time, but like this is actually supposed to be one of those ships if you see it up close. Still, good job though, Ansari. JPGS says, I think I'll do paper Pokemon because my PC I'll do on a regular video because it's a pretty short overview. Okay, cool. Angry KP says, try the 10-minute, 5-minute. Angry KP, I'm in the middle of showing the sketchbook now. Otherwise, I would. Ansari says, let's go. Flaze says, holy, I'm 12 minutes late. Oh, man. Ansari says, I would like a cup of ramen noodles as my prize, please, although it would take a while to get to Mars. Yeah, I'm not sure the noodles would still be good when they got there, Ansari. But, I'll send them. JPGS says, Angry KP, did my video help you play the Pokemon game? Anyway, so that is this picture. Let's go to the next one. We have got a weird this is my version of Superman. Ansari says, okay, then I think a rock will be fine. Fair enough. So like the idea of this is that this is supposed to be like a mythological version of Superman. Like if Superman existed during Greek mythology times, or Norse mythology times or whatever. So like he's got the traditional S, but then he's got all these like designs on him, like people holding up holding up planets. I assume that's like his parents Jor-El and Lara holding up Krypton or whatever. Over here he's got a hammer like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. And he's got a shield, kind of like Link's shield from The Legend of Zelda, and a scabbard, but with like an S on it. These like boots with like the straps on them. This is sort of like the classic 1930s Superman had boots like that. I'm a big Superman nerd, so I know all this stuff. This stuff, like the eyes watching him from the sky and like the weird moons and stuff, like the eyes especially, that's a nod to Hercules, the legendary journeys. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's like Hercules, you know, back in mythological times, and like his stepmother was Hera, queen of the gods, and they always had this effect whenever she does something, her eyes just kind of watching from the sky. So it's kind of a nod to that. Let's see. Flay says, wait, so where are we right now at this stream? So we're just going through my old sketchbooks, Flays. Jabbar says, on the yellow brick road, totally. Anstarry says, that be Superman looking like Maui? Totally. Before Maui. Well, not before actual Maui, but before movie Maui. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah. Down here at the bottom, we've got it says in runes, Superman, God of Steel. So I guess he, like, because I'm fitting him into this mythological perspective, like he probably would be like one of the gods or half god or something. And down here we've got him like here, down here you can sort of see it. It's my like version of the Action Comics #1 cover where he's lifting a rock over his head instead of a car. And then here's just a ship because it's mythological. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to the next picture. So this... Wait. Nobody found Ginkus on this one. Nobody found Ginkus. Did anyone find Ginkus that I missed it? Anstarry said on the castle, and Anstarry is correct. Anstarry wins yet another Earth rock to be sent to Mars. JPGS said, did Superman go in the Trojan War? I mean, yeah. I mean, like if you were Superman in this time, why wouldn't you go in the Trojan War? Probably change the course of history. Maybe somebody can make a PCG about that. You never know. In any event, so next picture. This is... So back in this era, this whole time, this is supposed to be an abandoned building, and this is actually supposed to be a real abandoned building, like actual, legitimate, like this place really exists, or at least it did at the time. I think it's since been torn down, but my friends and I explored this abandoned building back in like 2004. Angry KP says, Zach, say bye nod. So bye nod. There you go. Anyway, yeah, so this is an abandoned building that my friends and I explored. It was this whole complex, and it was really interesting. Like we didn't fully figure out its purpose, but definitely there. Like I think this was some sort of like a school where kids were sent to discipline them or something. And Starry says, no, I must have the fourth rock, but my eyes betray me. I don't know. This one is pretty tough. I don't even remember where it is, but I just remember that no one could ever find it on this one. This one was always super hard. JPGS says, I realize we missed PCG Fridays, but you can do it on Tuesday. Yeah, I was going to do that, but after the 3-hour stream I did earlier in that day, I was just way too tired to do a PCG Fridays, unfortunately. Salman says, I wish there was abandoned building around me. There probably are. I mean, if like there's some everywhere is what I found during that whole era where I was exploring abandoned places. Flays says it's actually pronounced B-nod. Oh, my bad. B-nod. Okay. And sorry, it says, I think he is invisible. I don't think he's invisible, but it is super tricky. Where did I even hide him? Can I even find him? I know he's... Yeah, so I found him, but, you know, I think this might not be your guys' fault. I think he might have decayed partially out of the photo, so it might not be possible for you guys to see him. I'll point him out once I'm done describing the picture. But Angry KP says Ginkus is on the photos. What photos? And Starry says, or maybe Ginkus found an Ant-Man suit. Yeah, you know, could be. JPGS says you used pen, which is good. Yeah. I use pen in a lot of these. Jabbar says right next to the big block. You mean like this? Salman says he's in the square snack machine thing. Like this? Yeah, the block top left corner. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to have to say that Jabbar has the cookie for this one, because right over here, see, you can kind of see what is left of a Ginkus, but the corner of this page has deteriorated, so he is not very visible anymore. You can just see the bottom of his like legs right there. But yeah, this place was super epic. Like, we actually found like the logbook that they used to keep, and I really wish I could know what happened in these places, because in the logbook it tells what happens every half hour on the half hour, but nothing that happens in between. So you would get like weird jumpy things like 4 p.m. The kids are all relaxing and eating pizza and watching TV. 4:30 p.m. The kids are on the roof throwing things at staff and disrespecting staff. They will not be allowed their dessert or their privileges. It's like, what happened? What happened between 4 o'clock and 4:30? This building was super crazy. Like, this was a really cool abandoned place. Like, it was a whole big facility to explore. But anyway, and Starry says, no, not my fourth rock. I will be haunted forever. Oh no, and Starry. But don't worry, there will be more opportunities for rocks. JPGS says, I can tell you're almost done with the big video. Yeah, so the big video, I've actually been making a lot of progress on that. I've been doing, like, I'm probably about 50% done with the big video, but in actual progress, probably gonna be a lot closer to being done than to starting, because, like, now that I'm in the flow of it and I know what to do and how to do it, it's gonna take a lot less time. So, and I'm kind of picking up momentum as I go. So, it's probably not going to be too much longer. Let's see. And sorry, says Thanos snaps his fingers. I forgot. Salman says there were kids like that. Wow. Yeah, totally. And Starry says, no, I will turn your cookie into a frog. Oh, no. Oh, no. Flay says, what's the big video? Salman says, surprise. Because, yeah, it is a surprise. You'll find out. It's coming. All right, let's go to the next picture. Oh. So, this is another good landscape. This one is not based in reality, unlike the previous picture. That's nice. Thanks, Salman. So this is, once again, at the time I had learned runes because I was interested in languages and past alphabets. This was the alphabet for the English language before our current alphabet. And this says, welcome to Holtwudu Edge. Holtwudu Edge, is, as I recall, was Old English for Forest's Edge. So I'm just, basically the name of the town is Forest's Edge. Let's see what people are saying. And Starry says, the big video is a video explaining the concept of bone. That just might be the case. Jabbar says, Ansari, no Uno Reverso card. Flays says, he is on the mountain, and Flays wins the cookie for the first time. He is indeed on the mountain. Angry KP says, Zach do yodeling. Yodeling, hee-hoo. I don't know. Yeah, Flays got it. Salman says, Old English is really interesting. Yeah, super, super interesting. Like, when people think of Old English, they usually think of, like, Shakespeare and stuff, but no. Shakespeare is, like, practically modern English. It is super easy to understand. Proper Old English, like, it's basically a different language. Like, for example, okay, I'll say something in Old English. Ich gretu freundliche. Tell me what I just said. If anyone can tell me, they win a cookie. And Starry says, well, guess what? You can't turn my non-existent cookie into a frog, Jabbar. Oh no. The war escalates. JPGS says, idea, Mega PCG News Part 2 Summer Marathon. Whew, a good idea. I don't know how I'm gonna find it within myself to do that after this big video, but I feel like I'm going to have to, because there's so many stories I'm accumulating that I'm not covering. I'm just going to have to do another Mega PCG News. Someone says, what were the biggest changes from Old English to current English? So the biggest changes came, like, when basically the Norman invasion, like, basically they invaded England and brought French in. And so French was the language that was spoken in all the high courts and everything. Like, everyone who was fancy spoke French, but all the common people spoke English. And eventually people stopped speaking French, but all the French words sort of got baked into English. So as a result, that's why English is one of the richest languages today, because a lot of words, we got a lot of, like, really subtle differences in words, because we have a lot of words that are very similar in meaning, but there's two of them. And the reason for that is because one of them is from English and one of them is for French. For example, like, we have beef and cow. I think beef is the French word and cow is the Old English word. And we have both of them to mean slightly different things, but in a lot of other languages, they would have, like, one word for both different things. But anyway, Jabbar says, Nani? And Starry says, Omae mo shinderu? What language is that? Anyways, you guys found Ginkus. There's also this guy walking towards him with a walking stick. This was guy with a walking stick. He's going to be a theme for a while as well, so keep your eyes out for him as well. Angry KP says, yeah, in India, half the people speak English. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously you would know about that more than I would, but yeah, like, English is a very common language throughout the world. And Starry says, Jabbar, I'm offering a truce. Oh, good. Peace talks. I approve of peace. Yak says, who's the walking stick dude? Unclear, but he's going to reappear. Like, I actually don't think I ever created an identity or a backstory for this guy. He's just a motif. I just keep drawing him. Yeah. Anyway, JPGS says, I love the first person's perspective in your drawings, which is good. Oh, thanks, man. Someone says in Japanese. Oh, cool. It means you're already dead, and Nani means what? I know a few words of Japanese. Nanika no mimasen ka? And arigato gozaimashita. I went to Japan for a while. I learned a few words, but definitely not the same words that you guys knew. I thought that sounded like Japanese, but I wasn't sure. So here we have okay, we good. We have the next picture. And Story says, on the pancake thing to the right near the middle. So that is not a pancake thing. That is a tree, but nonetheless, Ansari gets the rock this time. That is where Ginkus is. JPGS says Baka, and I do know what that means. Someone says this is cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, so this was sort of inspired by, like, see, there's sort of like a face with these creepy eyes, but it's also an island. Salman says you should make your sketchbook into an improvised PCG. Ooh, I like that idea. that is super cool. Thanks, Angry KP. Okay, so but yeah, this one is inspired by this super old game that we played in the 90s. It's called Zargon. I want to show you guys the image of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to switch to screen view for a second and Google image search that. Zargon images. Let's see what everyone is saying. Will prevent you from getting poisoned. That was a poison cookie. Oh no. Where is it? The image I'm looking for. Zargon. Is it episode 3? Come on, internet, don't fail me now. Man, I mean, there's a lot of images of Zargon. It's like this 2D side-scrolling thing. Title card, maybe? Well, you can sort of see it here in this picture. Because see, oh, here, it was for episode 1. That was the problem. But see how there's like a floating island with like a face on it? You can kind of see it a little bit. It's like, yeah, so that's what this is inspired by. Let's see what people are saying here. Just an idea. Do you have any puzzle ideas for an FPS game I'm working on? Huh. Nothing off the top of my head. If I think of something, I'll let you know. Someone says, you probably have like 10 billion watch hours from streams. Yeah, it's getting up there. Streams are pretty handy that way. Yak said, we can't see your screen. Oh, man. Flay says, why did this war get started? And Starry says, well, I have more power than you will ever have. The war got started because they're fighting over who finds Ginkus and who gets more points, or cookies, or rocks, or whatever. Flay says, we can see your screen, or can't. And Starry says, and better yet, it's all stored in my pinky toe. Okay, so you can't see the screen. Let me see if I can fix that. Can you see my screen now? Angry KP says, Zach, what do you do for antistries? What's an antistry? I don't know. But let me just double check. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen. So here's what I was pointing at. This picture right over here. And here is I thought there was going to be a bigger image here. Guess not. But yeah, this right over here, this is the floating island with like a face. That's sort of what inspired this. You guys can see it. Awesome. All right, now let's go back to whatchamacallit, page view. Oh, what do you do to anti-stress? Oh. I mean, all sorts of things. You know, just watch TV. Actually, go for a walk is a really good one. I go for a lot of walks. You know, if I want to take out anger, you know, punching bag is handy. JPG says, do you own a gaming console? Yes, I have. So I grew up on Nintendo consoles, and I have pretty much all of them. I have, going all the way back, I have original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Wii U. Oh yeah, I forgot GameCube. I have GameCube also. And Switch and Nintendo 3DS. I've got like the full run of Nintendo consoles. I also have a PS2, but only that one. And yeah, that's it. Actually, have you heard that saying, if you're mad, go hug a tree? I have not. Angry KP says, what's your salary? My salary is 0 because I don't have work right now. Before the virus, it was something, but not currently. JPGS says, I have a Switch and a 3DS. Do you play Smash Bros? Yeah, I don't own it currently, or I don't own the latest version, but yeah, I definitely play the Smash games, and they're awesome. Yak says, you got a Switch. Yeah, I do. Anyways, I have not even talked about this here picture, so I should do that. Yeah, so Island is inspired by Zargon. Over here we've got like a weird Goomba from Mario, but with horns. Someone says, what did you think of phones when they first became big? Phones? Like cell phones? I mean, I thought they were cool. I mean, like, there were always, I guess there weren't always cell. Yeah, of course not. I don't know, just like, ooh, that's cool, you know, like a new thing that, like, yeah. When I was a kid, we just all had house phones, and you had to know everyone's number, and like my friends, I had memorized all their numbers. Yeah, and like I still remember their numbers to this day. But now I don't learn anyone's number because of cell phones. But anyway, someone says the internet is really recent. Yeah, totally. Like, I had a computer before I had the internet. Let's see. Do you play Fire Emblem? No, like, I like RPGs, and people tell me Fire Emblem's good, so I've always wanted to play it, but just never got a chance to check it out. And Story says, I'm on a computer, so I have an advantage. Oh, man. All right. Okay, so, yeah, this is a Goomba from Mario, but with horns. Looks like this is like a dude standing next to a tree. I don't know what that's all about. That's a house. There's a car. There's an airplane. Here's a castle. I think this was supposed to be like Hyrule Castle from The Legend of Zelda. Over here we've got a tree with Ginkus on it, which I'm telling you because he's already been found. Up here we've got some, like, it's super tiny, so it's super hard to see. But I think this is the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek, the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space, an X-Wing from Star Wars, a Viper from Battlestar Galactica, and they're all shooting at this sphere. I assume that sphere is like a Borg sphere or something from Star Trek. JPGS says, I'm the first one to make an RPG-style PCG. I never heard of Fire... Oh, Yak says, I never heard of Fire Emblem. Yeah, JPGS. I think you're the first... I mean, Chris's PCG, Ginkus' Gift, did have, like, RPGs, like, you know, turn-based battles, so that one might count. But probably not as RPG as yours. Salman says, really cool drawing. Thanks, man. Oh, congrats on your math exam, Angry KP. Okay, so let's see what else is going on over here. Over here we've got, like, some dude with horns. I don't know, like a demon or something. And over here the sun, like, has a face. Because, you know, of course he does. Did you guys ever doubt it? This one is going to be fun. Find Ginkus, you guys. I dare ya. Someone says I like this stuff everywhere. Thanks, dude. Come on, who's going to get that cookie? So this is basically just like... this is just this whole area. This is all one big planet. Here, like, in this corner over here, this is like outer space, because, like, here's the sun. Here's another distant planet with, like, rings around it. And these are all just, like, continents or islands or land masses. Just super dense continents or whatever. And Starry says, the island, it is shaped like Ginkus. And, oof, looks like Anstarry beat you to it, Flays. This is Ginkus right over here. Anstarry is correct. It is one of the islands. I guess the problem with this being a chat is like you can't point to which island it is. So technically you could have thought it was a different island, but either way, so I can't be sure if you were right or not, but definitely it was this one. And Starry has 4 rocks. Flaze has 5. Someone on the fish says, I like how you did this Ginkus thing with the sketchbook. Thanks, dude. And Starry says, you did a very good job with Ginkus. Thanks, man. Yeah, Ginkus was... I had a lot of fun with this. This is when I started dating the drawings. This one is 5/19/04. So this one, I think I drew this one day at Teen Center, like, and this was like, damn, this plant has been through some, yeah, totally, lots of impacts from space. Someone says, do you think we should have more female characters in PCGs? Yes, definitely. There are not many, and, you know, considering that females make up 50% roughly of the population, there should definitely be more female characters. So like there's no reason why there shouldn't be. Anyway, JPGS says, heads up guys, if you want to battle on Pokemon I have in a live stream, I will do it. Awesome. Via says, Zach, I request your assistance after the stream. My assistance is granted. I would be glad to assist you after the stream. Salman says he's in the circle. Well, there's a lot of circles on the hill. Salman gets his first cookie right here on a hill in the circle. Now, Flay says, dude, my video on PCG Portfolio has a girl on the title. Yes, that's awesome, Flays. And by the way, Flays' PCG Portfolio has really cool art on it. Flays' art is really good, so you guys should all check out Flays' channel. It's called Flays PCG. But anyway, why, Salman? I like to eat your kind. Salman says, I think there aren't many female characters. I'm going to try to add more to my PCGs. Awesome, dude. Angry QP says, Flays, can you put PCG Portfolio on the PCG shop? Yeah, agreed. You should. Someone says he's going to eat the cookie, and he says it's tasty. And Via's eating chocolate cake. Everyone's having tasty desserts. Flay says, I don't know what you mean. Because, like, the portfolio is, like, a book to carry other PCGs, but, like, you could probably put, like, the original art that's, like, on the cover and stuff on the shop. Or at least on the wiki. You should make a wiki article for your PCG portfolio. But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Via says, yes, let Salman eat the cookie. Okay, so yeah. The idea for this was that this was like supposed to be bubbles, and each bubble is sort of like a mini little universe. Each universe has something going on in it. Like this little universe has, like, you know, I don't know, a person plugged into whatever, their brain plugged into the ether or whatever. Over here there's like this is Odin, you know, from like Thor's father. Not from Marvel Thor, but like there is a video game of Thor I played. We used to play when I was a kid. It was called God of Thunder, and at the beginning of it, Odin says, "My son," and he lectures you all the time, and like he gives these hilarious lectures. Like he's like if you kill a townsperson with your hammer, Odin appears and he says, "My son, I understand how tempting it is to kill people with your hammer, but as God of Thunder, you really shouldn't do that." Like he gives these really condescending lectures. It's super hilarious. Let's see. I'm legit eating chocolate right now. So yeah, awesome. Via, that is dark. Anyway. And Starry says, Zach, you know that big bubble. Yeah, so Via says LMAO Thor and his hammer. It's hammer time. Solomon says the plot thickens. Yeah. So let's see. We've got some PCG stuff in here. Over here we've got, this is the fat guy. He is, as you may or may not know, he's the fat guy. But his head is plugged in to his bubble or whatever is going on there. Over here, we've got an early version of Balzac Globotron. Before the PCG Balzac Globotron came out, I was developing concept art. This is an early form of him before I had worked out what his body was going to look like. The simplified form from back when he had a top hat. He no longer has a top hat. And, you know, I don't know when he doesn't. I should bring back the top hat for future... What do you guys think? Should I bring back the top hat? And Starry says, why does the person have like hair things like this person? I guess those are supposed to be like wires, like plugging his brain into his bubble. Let's see. Got poisoned. Beanod. Whoa. Via says, why do you have a Jing Jang? What's a Jing? Oh, a Yin Yang. Oh, wait, do I have one? Where? There's got to be a Yin Yang here somewhere. I thought there was. Here we go, yeah. Why do I have one? I don't know, because I was just drawing anything that goes inside a circle. Yeah, so we got Balzac Globotron. The other PCG character in here is this guy. This is a very minor PCG character. Look how he's kind of like, he's sitting in a chair and like his hands are like, yes, yes. He was from my first mystery PCG. Let me switch to screen view and I'll show you on the PCG wiki. His name was Alexander. Come on, internet. Oh, you don't like just send me the page. I don't want to search. This is what it does when the internet is bad. Man. Let me see what people are saying while it loads. Flay says, Zach, can you post Balzac Globotron to the PCG shop? I will at some point, but it's just going to be a major effort. I'm going to have to spend a lot of effort, like, overhauling it. Because, like, it doesn't have a good script. I mean, it does have a script, but, like, not with the pictures. And it's sort of hard. Like, it's written only for me to understand. So it might be, like, I'm going to have to go through the whole thing and see what makes sense and what doesn't. And, like, put the whole thing into... And, like, remember, this game is, like... over 100 pages long. Like, this is a massive PCG, probably the biggest PCG that's ever been made. So, like, I will put it up there at some point, but, like, no guarantees as to when, because it's going to be a huge undertaking. So, Jabbar says Salman can't get any more cookies because he got poisoned. Oh, no. Okay, so, yeah, let's see. Here is Alexander. He was the butler. And so, like, I wanted to make it, like, as obvious as possible that, like, he's the guy who did it, but then he's not the guy who did it. like, because, like, he is openly, like, scheming. Like, he's the butler, and if you find his journal, it says that he's been planning his master's death for years, and his master is the one who has now been murdered, and he's, like, gleeful about it. So, like, it super seems like it was him that killed him, but turns out not to be him who did it. Anyway, that is Alexander. So let's go back to screen view. Let's see. What are people saying? And so he says, Jabbar, we will fight, and our battle will be legendary. Oh, no. Via says, like, what if we don't want to see Alexander? Well, then I guess you can close your eyes. JPGS says there's 40 screens in what? Jabbar says, and Starry, it's just you and me and Flame. Someone says, I'm still making that PCG I started earlier. I'm almost finished. Sweet. Yak says, I should do behind the scenes overview of Balzac Lobotron. You should. That would be so awesome. Angry KP says, which one was your favorite chapter of science? Favorite chapter? I mean, I don't remember individual chapters. Like, I don't know. I love every part of science, though. All science is amazing. Like, I've yet to meet a science that I haven't liked. JPGS says 40 screens in Balzac Lobotron. No. There's well over 100 screens in Balzac Lobotron. Flamespot says Flaze says Flamespot, Compact Dev, Angry KP, and I are currently developing a new RPG PCG. Over 100 pages. Wow, that is impressive. I will be impressed if you guys can beat Balzac Lobotron. Like, I am so in favor of Balzac Lobotron's record being smashed for the top number of pages. If you guys can do it, oh man, that is going to be amazing. I'm super in favor of that. Anyway, let's get back to this. So let's see. Over here, let's see. We've got some more stuff going on in these pages. Oh, so many references to stuff that you guys don't know about. Over here is a detective. He's also from my mystery PCG. He's called Charles. Over here you've got Superman, like mythological Superman symbol. So this is like a reference to that drawing I made before, the mythological Superman dude. Via says for Globotron, start uploading 5 pages per day. That would be cool. Like, yeah, but like uploading 5 pages per day. Like, the problem with that is, I guess I could do that. I guess there's no reason not to do that. Huh. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, JPGS says IPGS made a paper game that was 300 pages? Seriously? Flaze says, yes, it's called Aventura. Oh, Flaze, it's that one you showed the art of. That looks amazing. Oh, man, that is so cool. I can't wait for it. Flaze says, if you guys want to help, you can. I'll definitely help. If there's anything I can do to contribute, let me know. I'd be happy to help. All right, so yeah, more references in here. Let's see. So yeah, mythological Superman from before. Here is the planet, which was the previous page on here is another reference. This drawing is in this bubble, and like. And sorry, he says the molecules in my soul. Oh, the blood in my body, the molecules in my soul. That's good. Where Cold Brooding Werewolf says, oh my, nice. Yak says, I love how Zach instinctively says, the problem with that is, yeah, like, I just say that to everything. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, OMG, that art is freaking good. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks so much. Salman says, I'll try to help. Might as well. Awesome. Via says, is that a centipede next to the planet? Wait, here? No, that's just like the edge of the planet. So like, JPGS says, does anybody have Smash 4 and 3DS? I'll drop my friend code on Discord. I do not, but I could be persuaded to buy it. I would definitely be down to own some of you guys in Smash. Let's see. I think that's everything. We got a little robot. We got a volcano. Oh, this is the volcano from the mythological Superman one, I think. Just some random aliens. And yeah, let's move on to the next picture. Okay, so this, as I recall, Angry KP says, is freaking a cuss word? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's usually considered not to be. I don't know why not, though. Via says, no, the bubble next to the planet? Oh, let me check. The bubble next to the planet? No, there's no centipede. Okay, so the bubble's next to the planets. Here's the planet. This one is like 3 people on a boat on some waves. This one is a symbol. This one is mythological Superman symbol, and that one is detective. So no, there's no centipede. Via says, I see Ginkus on top of the mountain. Correct, but that one's already been found, so you don't get the cookie, Via. But try for next one. Whoever says it first gets the cookie. Yak says, what even makes a cuss anyway? Yeah, I don't know. It's semantics. It's whatever people consider to be one. You know, in one region or culture, the same word might be a curse word, but for another region it might not be. It's all just words. Via says Jabbar says Ginkus is on the buildings on the top right. Top right. This. I'm gonna say that is correct. Flay says we watch Vsauce's vid. Oh, what? Like Vsauce, like he makes good like science videos, I believe. Via says the page with the dragon. I said it, then you went back. Oh shoot. Wait, so you're talking about? I don't get it. Werewolf says, is this a PCG? No, this is just my sketchbook, Cold Brooding Werewolf. But there are nods to PCGs in a lot of, well, in pretty much all of these, because Ginkus is in every single page, and he's PCG related. So yeah, who's the one who said this first? I think it was Jabbar. So, unless I was confused about what Via was talking about, so I don't know if she was. No, I don't think she did. Via says, who's on top of the mountain then? Like this? So this is just like a post with like, I don't know what that is, but it's not Ginkus. This is Ginkus right over here on top of the castle. And there's some decoy Ginkuses on this page, because this one fooled a few people. This is Zeus. This is not Ginkus. Zeus, the Greek god. Not Ginkus. JPGS says, I use Kirby and Smash 3DS. Very cool. Angry KP says, hey Zach, after showing, can you do the challenge? Like, do it? Probably not tonight. Maybe another, like on another stream. But this one, I'm probably going to be tired after this, and I'm not going to want to make PCGs. Anyway, so yeah, this picture was one that I made with Ari. We were like co-drawing this. He would draw a piece, I would draw a piece. We added all sorts of different stuff in. I don't remember who drew what. I remember that Ari like started drawing something here and then crossed it out, and then I made his cross out into like a robot. Over here we've got just this building. I think Ari drew the building. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I drew the water spilling out the front of it. Over here you've got a little cliff where people are jumping off to their deaths for some reason. And here is a cloud where people, like a cloud city, and people are jumping off to their deaths on the ground. I don't know why. It's super dark. Via says, Zach. Via says, yes, it was me. Grr. Okay, well, still lost. Grr. Oh, sorry, Via. Via says, Zach, you can't be tired. I request your assistance. Don't worry, Via. You will get my assistance. You've got my word on that. JPGS says, you should try your hand on making a PCG comic. Yes, that is a very good idea, JPGS. Totally. I did make a PCG interactive comic. Oh, you know, I think I've made a few PCG comics, haven't I? I made sort of a Perfect One spin-off comic one time. It was just a one-page thing. And of course, there's the interactive comic that counts. It's about figs. And then I made the Fig Newtons, which are like little comic strips, like one-panel things. But yeah, I should try doing a proper PCG comic like you do, JPGS, because yours are awesome. Yak says, do the 1 hour comic challenge. Yeah, I will. Just not on this stream. Yak says, from Marsh Makes Comics, the 1 hour comic challenge. Huh. I will check that out. Like, DM me the name of that creator. I'm not familiar with them, so I'll probably forget the name. So DM me on Discord at some point, and I will try and do that. Whatever it is. Jabbar says, I think I have 6 cookies. Yeah, Jabbar is really cleaning up here. Anyway, so what else is there to say about this? There's a dragon. There's some gravestones. My gravestone is over here. I'm next to Bob. For some reason, I don't know who Bob is. There's some, like, mages fighting in an arena. And these are all, like, Ginkus decoys. You think Ginkus is going to be here? There's, like, a random floating castle over there in the background. Let's go to the next picture. That one was made on 5/23 of 04. Yeah, so this one, I heard a DM sound. I assume someone DM'd me the name, so awesome. Yeah, this is a weird one. Over here we've got a Zora from Zelda Ocarina of Time. We've got... Over here, this is a PCG character. Who can find... Jabbar says, on its head. Nice try, Jabbar, but that is actually a Ginkus decoy. See, notice that unlike the real Ginkus, this guy is not holding up a staff. He is just shooting energy out of his hand. Ginkus doesn't shoot energy out of his hands. He shoots energy out of his staff. So that was a decoy, and that is not Ginkus. Ginkus is somewhere else. So anyway, Cold Breeding Werewolf says, hey, people, I'm making a PCG comic on me, Zach, Chris, and Via. That's awesome. Via says, Ginkus is on the top of the fish head guy. Nope, Via, you found the same decoy. So we've got dartboard, and like this is inverted. Like for some reason, like this is the way the room should be viewed. But, like, this guy's upside down for some reason, and we're looking from his not from his perspective, but you know what I mean. We're sort of aligned with him. See, like, here's the floor, and here's the door. Here's the ceiling with, like, the lamp fixture, and there's, like, a crack in the ceiling with, like, water dripping from it. And here on the floor, this is Bob. This is an early form of Bob. Bob is a character from Balzac Globotron. He's, like, an alien shapeshifter. So he's a PCG character. Let's see, what are people saying? Someone says, get tricked. Yak says, on the foot. Oh, Yak, sorry to say, you found another Ginkus decoy. This guy does have a staff, but the staff is upside down, and there's no energy coming from it. So this is, once again, not Ginkus. It's another decoy. JPGS says, have you heard of Webtoon? It's a comic book app, one story. I recommend it. I have not heard of it, but that sounds cool. Jabbar says, on the foot, but nope, same decoy that you found. That is also not Ginkus. Via says, on the ceiling, on the fan. Yes, indeed, Via, you have found Ginkus. That is him right there. See, he's kind of small and hard to see, but he is holding up a staff, and the staff is emitting energy, so that is most definitely Ginkus. Via gets the cookie for right now. She also says, in the planet. What planet? There's no planet. Oh, and like, yeah, on the wall over here, there's paintings. This one, I think, is just the Scream. This one is like my mythological Superman, yet again, referring to that. Yak says, dang, 9 viewers. Yeah, like, this stream is, like, viewing it all up. Lots of cookies, JPGS. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, it seems like the moon has changed gravity. Yeah, totally. Definitely. So, I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. I think it might be a PCG scene, but I can't recognize it from far away. And by the way, there's another Ginkus decoy in this magnifying glass that nobody found. Because I got a cookie. That you did. So here's our next picture. It says, Doom awaits Paradox City. So this is Paradox City. It is an impossible city because it's made out of buildings that are from other places. Here we got, obviously, this is the Daily Planet from Metropolis, you know, Superman. Over here we got, this is the Hydro Poo Plant, which is a real abandoned building that I explored. And like it has trees growing on the top of it. I don't know why I didn't draw them here. I did draw a tree that's growing out the side of it because that also exists. But yeah, this is like a tree, like a very noticeable building. It's off the New Jersey Turnpike. It's actually in the title sequence of the TV show The Sopranos for that reason, because like The Sopranos just shows like driving down the turnpike and the camera turns and looks at this building. But anyway, yeah, I did explore it with friends back in the day, and that's what that building is. This over here, this building is combined. See the bottom of it, this part over here, this is actually the Englewood Library. Englewood is my town, and this is the library that I worked in when, you know, back in the good old days. And then I just drew an extra building on top of it because I could. And yeah, just got repelling from it. And over here, this is the moon. The moon is, this is the evil moon from Zelda Majora's Mask that's, you know, slowly falling and it's going to destroy the city. So because Paradox City is so paradoxical, it can't exist, the moon is going to come destroy it. Via says, I see it upside down. Via is correct. Ginkus is upside down on the nose of the moon, and Via gets another cookie, 2 cookies for Via. So yeah, that's pretty much this picture. Let's see this next one. We're going science fiction once again. So yeah, this is an illustration from a book series I was reading at the time. The book series is called Remnants. And the premise of Remnants is that, it's the apocalypse. It's the end of the world. By the way, I'll put Zuvak here because he's cool. It's the end of the world, and the last few survivors evacuate the planet on a spaceship headed for the nearest planet where there might be an inhabitable, you know, where we might be able to land. And instead of landing on that planet, when the people come out of their cryo sleep, they wake up on an alien ship. And after going through a series of adventures for many books going through that ship, they take over the ship and return back to the Earth and discover that while most of the planet was destroyed, there's actually a large chunk of the Earth that still exists, and there might still be some life on it. And so here is the entire ship landing on the surface, the cracked and broken surface of the Earth, where it's like desert. I was trying to make when the desert is all dry and cracked, but there's one little plant, so there's hope. So that is the scene that I was illustrating. I had no idea what they don't show the ship on the cover, so I totally just made this up. Does anyone see Ginkus before I go to the next page? Well, I guess if no one sees Ginkus, I might just have to point it out. Are you guys even still there? No one's saying anything anymore. That's weird. All right, I'm gonna quickly use my 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 phone just to double check that the stream is still like working correctly, because if not, oh yeah, my PC is skitzing out. Like, I'm gonna refresh the page, because like, yeah, my PC is definitely skitzing out. Like, I'm not seeing your chat comments anymore. What is everybody like? Let me see. Wow, I missed a lot of comments. Dang. Let me see if I can find this on like this tab. Is this gonna be any better? Yeah, I think I see this. Okay, so let's go back to using this phone for a camera. And let's see who found it. Oh man, I missed a webtoon, ceiling on the fan. I got a cookie, shows the next page. Upside down. Okay, here's where I was up to. On top of the words doom. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, yay, Daily Planet. Yeah, Daily Planet. JPGS says, I wonder, when you save game, when you go to an alternate timeline, if you go to the timeline before you saved game, could there be a vortex in the PCG multiverse? That is a really interesting question that I think needs to be addressed in a paper computer game. What do you guys think? Don't you agree? But yeah, let's see. Someone says, hey, I'm making a boss for my game. Could you give me 3 words that could describe a game boss's abilities? Siphon, Vortex, inspired by what JPGS said, and Overthrow. Jabbar and V are fighting. I said it first. Not again. Oh no. Someone says Zuvak? Wait, where's Zuvak? Oh, I don't know. Via says so many decoys. Jabbar says he's on the middle right. Was that on the other picture? Oh, it's the same comment from JPGS. Via says Ginkus on the surface desert side on the far right. Like on the surface desert side, far right. Where? Like here somewhere? Nope. Jabbar says the phone is... Oh, shoot. Like, let me see. My phone is upside down. Okay, so, like, yeah, let me fix that. Anyway, I'm moving this out of the way. Yeah, so sorry, Vio, since you probably couldn't see what I was talking about. I was saying, if you were saying on the surface, on the far right, over here somewhere, no. That's not, like, he's not over there. Let's see. Via says Ginkus on the... you said that already. Via says, I would feel more competitive if I was getting real cookies. Look. If I had to really give out cookies, then that would be a lot of cookies that I have to actually send to people. And some of these people are in other countries. How would I send actual cookies to, like, India? I mean, I guess I could try... But probably go bad by... I guess I could probably send some Oreos or something. Or I could just, I All right, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing cookies. All right. Someone says Siphon Vortex Overthrow. Thanks. Those are awesome. Yes. Sweet. JPGS says, on your Zach channel, you should stream and play actual computer games. Possibly. It may happen. It's conceivable. Via says, now check my comment again on the far right. Yes, on top of the weird curve. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, I mean, we have Oreos here in India. Yeah, I hope so, because those are tasty. Yeah, anyway, Via says, on the far right, on top of the weird curve. Oh, over here. No, that is a Ginkus decoy, and by the way, that is the guy with the walking stick again. See, like, so once again, don't know who he is, don't know his backstory, but he's going to be a repeating motif, so keep your eyes out for him. Yeah, Oreos are amazing. Anyone else? No one sees Ginkus? I feel like he's super obvious in this one. He's like, you know, nice and easy to see. Really? No one finds him? Oh man. All right. I'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3. He is this Gur guy with walking stick. Jabbar says, in the vines? What vine? Oh, like these vines? Someone says he's right in the middle. Yeah, so he's not in here. Salman said it first. He said he's right in the middle. And yes, that is correct. This is Ginkus right here. He's a design worked into the side of the ship. And Jabbar says in the bottom vines. Oh, shoot. I guess Jabbar said it first then. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Whoops. And I highlighted all my chat. All right, so over here we've got like another impossible city. Only this time we've got from a above angle. Over here we've got once again the... Oh wait, then my chat is covering that. I'll put this over here. By the way, I'll put Zuvak over here so he's more like visible all the time. Salman says we both get cookies. Yes, definitely. Werewolf says Ginkus City, Vice City, totally. So this over here is, once again, this is the Englewood Library, the Englewood where I used to work. It has that weird round design. This over here is a building that I keep putting in my drawings for some reason. This is the Alfieri building, which is a real building around Edison where I used to hang out with friends. Pardon me. There's a 7-Eleven. This is the arena from Pierre's game. Like, this wasn't a PCG, but this is a game. We were all trying to make a web-based game from the early 2000s. And it was called Solura. Solura was the name of the game. We were all working on it. Pierre was going to do the art. Our friend Joey was going to do the music. Chris was like the main creator of it, so he was going to create like the story. Julia was going to write all this stuff. And yeah, this was based on one of the buildings Pierre drew for the art for that game. Let's see. Salman says, coincidence. My game I'm making right now is called Arena Battles. Nice. Wait, Salman, is that that PCG you asked me for a character on? That, like, because that I remember it was like a battle themed PCG. He says, yep, awesome. Oh no, okay. All right. Either way, definitely. He says the last one was a different PCG. Oh, all right, cool. Just wondering. Over here we've got a tank which was supposed to be like a siege tank from StarCraft. And over here we've got like a bunker from StarCraft. Jabbar says, is the guy with the wand Ginkus? Someone says never finished that one. Unfortunate. Someone like we should like play one of your PCGs at some point, one of these PCG Fridays. But yeah, JPGS says Ginkus is the guy with the wand, and I said it first. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The guy with the wand. That's this guy right over here, and yes, that is Ginkus. JPGS looks like he got a cookie. I wonder how many viewers I have right now. Still 8. Wow, nice. Doing pretty good. All right, so someone says, yeah, I'm going to test this one, then play it with you. I think it's a good one. Awesome. Yeah, so over here we have the hydro poo plant again. This is once again the abandoned building I explored off the New Jersey Turnpike. Over here we've got McDonald's. Over here, this is like a weird church that, like, it's got like a Jewish star on it, but then also a cross. So it's like, what religion is it? I don't know why I put only those two religions. Like, but I guess if I put all the different religions, then it would just be a Unitarian church. But anyway, over here we've got, this is like this building shaped like an L. This is LexCorp from Superman, like Lex Luthor's building. Salman says, Hydro what? It's called like Hydro. I think it was like its actual name was Hydro Proof. You know what? Let me switch to screen mode and show you guys. Hydro PRUF. Images. Yeah. So can you guys see? Yeah, you're definitely seeing my screen. So yeah, this is the actual hydro poo plant, which I explored. Was super cool. See, you can see that like the letters on the top were kind of falling off after a while. By the time I explored it, it just said hydro PU because the R and the F had fallen off. So yeah. JPG says, someone, did you finish The Last of Us 2 PCG? And someone says, yeah. He says, yeah, I played it with Zach, and I have a video on that. It's one of the PCG Fridays. I think there's a PCG Friday playlist on my channel, so if you wanna look that up, that's where it is. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, is it me or is LexCorp looking kind of thick? I mean, kind of. Here we've got Hyrule Castle from Zelda. Here we have A&S Comics. That's my comic book shop. That's the one I shopped at since I was a kid. Over here we have the same abandoned building I drew, before, the one where we found the guidebook with all the stuff in it. Over here just got some houses, and I tried to draw Ginkus in perspective so it would look like he's like walking, but it didn't work. Like I got the perspective wrong, so he ended up just being like a design on the ground or whatever. Oh shoot, can't see your desk. I keep forgetting. So, Werewolf says I'm gonna upload Zach watching Zach. Awesome. Salman says it's on the YouTube page. Or Zach in a long hallway of Zach's. Yes. So anyway, yeah. So here, like what I was referring to here, like here's the Hyrule Castle. Here's the abandoned building. Here's A&S Comics. That's my comic shop. It kind of says A&S on it if you look close. And over here's some houses. Ginkus drawn in perspective. This is like the old lady who lived in a shoe, except it's a sock. And yeah, that is this picture. So let's move on to the next one. This is from, oh no, Zuvak. Should be more careful with him. JPGS bio. Paper games, PCGs, PCG consoles, paper consoles, PCGs, comics. Oh, PCG comics, and Pokemon paper trading cards. Nice. That is quite the repertoire. So this is the first adaptation of the Big Boom. So for those who don't know, and I assume that Salman says he's flying, and yes, you are correct, Salman. Salman wins the cookie that is Ginkus already. But yeah, this is a the Big Boom, right? So the Big Boom was a movie series made by us when we were little kids. We had a sci-fi movie series where that was called The Big Boom, where we flew around in a spaceship called The Big Boom. This is supposed to be like my modernized version of that spaceship, but the original spaceship was like, we made it by like taking like a paper cup and putting a toothpick in front of it, and the wings were made by just cutting up paper plates, and that was the ship. And in that, we used to burn a ton of shit. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't need to say the word. We used to burn a ton of stuff for that movie. Like, we would make fake cities and just light them on fire and, use that for special effect. It didn't look that great, surprisingly. You would think real fire would look good in a movie, but apparently, like, when you want an explosion and what you get is a slow video of a paper building burning, it does not look as good as you think it's going to look. But Cold Brooding Werewolf says, Cold Brooding bio, PCGs, PCG consoles, paper games, script writing, acting, drawing, singing, etc. Nice. Another nice repertoire. Zach said the S word. I'm sorry, you guys. Via says, I see the Star Trek Enterprise. Do I get a cookie? Yes, you do get a cookie, Via, because this is indeed the Enterprise from Star Trek. JPGS is demonetized. I have to be monetized before I can get demonetized, you guys. Someone says he's an adult. It's okay. Yeah, but I mean, still shouldn't. Thanks though, dude. Via says, oh yeah, someone already found him. Someone says, I never said Star Trek. Yeah, Salman. I want to make a video about why I'm into Star Trek, and like for my other video, and I want to make the video such that I can convince you guys that Star Trek is good. Like, this is my challenge. I want to Star Trek is a hard thing to get new people into, and so I want to make a video that can convince you guys that it is cool. So that is the challenge I'm setting for myself. You guys down to watch that video if I make it? Cold Brooding Werewolf says, I know Star Trek is good. Awesome. Flea says, Salman, have you joined? Via says, Zach, make a PCG while you're into Star Trek. Yeah, you know what I should do? I should make like a dual thing, right? I'll make a Star Trek PCG, so it'll be on this channel, but then I'll make a video on my Zach channel, which is just me ranting about why Star Trek is great and how I got into it and telling my story around that. Which is quite a story, let me tell you. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, I was going to watch that Star Trek movie where Khan is Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I enjoy all of the Star Trek movies. But anyway, Jabbar says, I wish I knew what Star Trek was. Jabbar, I will make that video, and so wait for that video. I will make the video, and I will tell you guys what it is, and you will see. And I'll explain to you guys what Star Trek is and why I love it so much. So, yeah, let me see. JPGS says, I want to make a Pokemon Stop 2 where it's like Pokemon Gold. JPGS, do it. I would love to see a rendition of a Pokemon Stop game. Yeah. JPGS says, you should make PCG Call of Duty split screen multiplayer. So what, like two different people are on, I don't know how I would do that. Flaze says, Star Trek is like Star Wars, just older. Not really. I mean, superficially. I mean, it's still like space and cool stuff happening in space, but the the way the episodes are and the stories are is like totally different. Jabbar says, "Wait, are those Google eyes on Zubak?" No, they are solid eyes. This is just the way Via modeled it, because Via made the original model, which this physical model is like a 3D print of. So yeah, it's super awesome. Via says Star Trek is not like Star Wars. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, I don't know why people are always like saying which is better, Star Trek or Star Wars, because they're really like. Someone says, "Is Star Trek chronological?" What do you mean? Like, it has a like it has a timeline to it. It like all the different series are you like yeah. JPG says, "Zach, have you ever played with Nerf blasters?" Like a little bit when I was a kid, yeah. Flay says, "Do you watch Star Trek and Netflix?" No, because like I have CBS All Access, which has like all the Star Trek series, even the newest ones. Someone says, "Is it movies or episodes?" Both. There's a series of Star Trek movies. There's like 13 of them now. Like, not all together. It's like different series of Star Trek movies. There's like 6 with the original cast. Then there's 4 with the Next Generation cast. Then there's like 3 with a reboot cast. But